watching us, nobody else. We're not watching others, we watching ourselves. Taking care of each other, get on each other's nerves. It's love, 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 it's what we deserve. We do have issues, but they're so little. Never mad so long, we solved that. Joke on the red toe. I work hard, then head straight home. Yes, that's what I do. Don't wanna hear bother no women, I stay in my zone. I stay in my zone. When I come home, she's all over me. What's going through her mind is security. We're not cheating, we're high on each other, loving ourselves, and we're loving like nobody else. We don't want no problems with you, with you. Don't want no problems, don't want no problems with you. No, don't want no problems, don't want no problems with you. No, don't want no, don't want no problems, don't want no problems with you. No, don't want no problems, don't want no problems with you.
School is in, and yes, we're going to be talking about how to deal with a narcissistic leader. If you're working under a narcissistic leader, you know that nothing creates a more poisonous work environment. It may seem to be impossible to overcome, but take heart, it really can be done. And we're going to find that at www.inc.com, INC/Lolly. LOLLY Daskal DASKAL /how-to-with-narcissistic-leader.html, and like them on Facebook by Lolly Daskal. Get today's 5 must-reads in your inbox every day. If you ever worked with a narcissistic leader, you already know how difficult it is to deal with them. Narcissists create cultures that are toxic and workplaces that are poisonous. Many don't realize the damage they cause and the stress they create. There are many circumstances that can cause someone to develop a narcissistic personality, but there are also a few basic practices that you can implement when dealing with just any narcissist. Here are some of the most common destructive traits of narcissists, along with solutions to help you cope, even overcome. A sense of entitlement and superiority. Narcissists who are focused on their own power are usually extremely insecure. Don't allow your self-worth to depend on anyone else's or get caught up in the narcissist's world of entitlement and ego. Stay clear of their path as much as possible, and when you can't, at least keep them out of your head. A strong need for attention. It can be easy to lose your sense of purpose and goals when you have a leader who wants all of the attention all the time, but don't allow your own priorities to be derailed. You don't need to attend to everything that this person wants and needs, even if they're clamoring for attention. Instead, find a balance between moving ahead and dealing with your leader's need for attention. A single-minded focus. Much like the need of attention, the narcissist's insecurity and low self-esteem mean they are almost literally incapable of anything but taking. For them, it is really all about me. Keep your goals and expectations realistic and remind yourself of their low capacity for giving. A lack of empathy. A narcissistic leader lacks empathy. Expect them to have a hard time understanding other points of view, relating to what people are feeling, and communicating meaningfully. Frame what you have to say with caution and clarity, and never confide in them. Constant criticism of others. It may be true that you will never be able to please them, but remind yourself that it's not your fault they're impossible to satisfy. Do your best and look to others for more valuable feedback. High levels of aggression. Many narcissistic leaders have a short fuse that can be ignited quickly, at least some, and maybe all, of the time. Remember that it is their need to feel better about themselves that makes them behave in ways that are sneaky and undercutting and aggressive. You may be even able to provide reassurance that will help prevent them from lashing out. An unwillingness to hear feedback. The narcissistic leader is not an open person, and listening to feedback is not on their agenda. They tend to assume that feedback is grounded in either jealousy or just contrariness and will devalue your opinion even more as a result. Try to avoid confrontations, but if you have something to say and it's important, frame it in a way that invites the narcissist to believe that they still have the upper hand. Above all, keep a positive outlook when dealing with a narcissistic leader and recognize that they may need professional help. Don't get caught up in other people's stories, but do your best with the situation you are in. If all else fails, remove yourself before the toxicity does lasting damage. And that is our EDU for our lives. Yeah. So when we come back, we're going to do some quote for the day, and we're going to get up out of here on this Hump Day Wednesday. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Recent tweet from Brian Fascist says, the secret to success is the willingness to endure pain at Orrin Woodward. In case you missed Chris Brady's tweet, Chris Brady at Rasco Tweets says, all great achievement occurs without consensus. In case you missed Tim Stevens' tweet, Tim Stevens at Tim Stevens says, RT at Rasco Tweets, your success depends mostly upon how you react. I did say that. In case you missed Chris Brady's tweet, Chris Brady at Rasco Tweets, a leader's influence spreads through society and time and often has a much bigger effect than most can imagine. Let's click on that, see what he has to say. Oh, yeah. I think that's what this is. I did this last night. I'll read it again for those that didn't catch last night's show. But go back to it. You'll hear it again. It says, leadership matters, the ripple effect. You can find that at chrisbrady.typepad.com/my_weblog/2007/leadership/matt matt.html. Leadership matters. It makes a difference. In fact, its results can not really be measured. A leader's influence spreads through society and time and often has a much bigger effect than most can imagine. This is called the ripple effect. Remember, a forest fire starts with just a tiny spark. The tallest oak grows from a small acorn. So it is with the efforts and influence of a leader. One person can and does make a difference. Never underestimate the impact of your decisions in the lives of others. Never doubt that you, as a lone individual, can make big things happen. Follow the vision you've got to make something better, to attack the status quo, to assault the present in the pursuit of a better future, and allow compounding effect of incremental efforts to do its wonders. And just know this, you're probably thinking small. And that is our quote for the day. Yeah, get at me. You want to try Rasco Radio 7-day free trial and check out Chris's latest book, Beyond Financial Fitness, and Launching a Leadership Revolution. And also catch him on Twitter, chrisbrady.typepad.com. So, yeah, check out all the updates I've given out before I go. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in, checked in, and listened to the Boss Ladies Eye Radio Show. So on that note, that's really all I had to say.